two back panels for like here on the screen right now. I just I'll be using this lilac yarn. I think honestly I had to pick one of these three because that's what I have on hand now. I think this will be my best bet. I like that it is like light but also muted. So it is a fingering weight or a very light spot weight. So you decide. For hook sizes today, I will be using not today, but starting today, I'll be using for I almost dropped it. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, you don't know I drop things. So yeah. I'm using 4.5, 5, and 6.0. I'm going up in hook size just so the garment stretches um better. I didn't say this is an 100% acrylic yarn. If you are in Nigeria or I think they sell this in Ghana, so this is the Yeye yarn. I'll show you what it looks like. Starting off with a 4mm hook, I'm going to start by making chains like you have to do for all crochet projects. I hope you can't hear my fan too much. It's so hot. I apologize. Um, Essentially, when I designed this dress last year, yeah, I think I designed this dress December of last year. My idea was to have like an organized mess construction. About I think 2 or 3 months ago, I saw a YouTuber upload a video on how to construct or crochet like an organized mess garment. I will see if I can find it and link it down below. Just I'm so sorry guys, I could not find the video. I also couldn't find the other one I was thinking about. It's an older woman. That video is really old. I've been looking for it, but I can't find it. I'm so sorry. If you know the video, please link it down below in the comment section. Thank you. So you have like a better understanding of what I'm doing because this is not a tutorial. I'm sorry. But it's a crochet along. I will be giving you tips and tricks on how I designed this dress. When I first designed this dress in December of last year, I only had my client's measurements. I could not fit her as I went, so that was somewhat of a challenge. But if you have your measuring tape, you're going to want to use that one like every 5 minutes. I'm not even joking. And then you have to like really stretch out the garment. Don't be afraid to stretch it out. The reason why I'm single stranding and using like larger hook sizes because I want the garments to have more stretch and drape. I will be um kind of editing the dress a little bit just so obviously it's going to be better than the last one. That's always the goal for the next to be better than the last. But there is no right or wrong way to go about this. I'm a little chilled about it now because first I've done this before and I'm making it for myself or in my size so I can try it as I go. So that's always a good thing. That's always a good thing to be able to try as you go. So like I was saying, there's no right or wrong way to go about it, but I understand the way I want to go about the construction. So what I'm working on now doesn't look like anything, but I know this is going to be in the front. And then the back of the dress has like a slit, then a button holds the dress up, just so it has like a higher cuff or higher neckline. So I know that I'm going to have two pieces at the back and then one piece going across the front. So I'm going to do that and then we'll build up on the construction as we go. Again, there are no right or wrong ways to go about it. Right now I'm doing double crochets. I will move on to chains, treble crochets, granny stitches, like all the stitches that you can put in this, as long as you have like the measurements and the construction of a dress. So even if you are using all the stitches that for the bust area of the dress, you need to make them in such a way that it doesn't go beyond your measurement so that it fits you. Help that makes sense. But as we make this, you see what I'm talking about. So yeah, I don't know exactly where this is going to be, but I know I don't want it to be at the top of the dress just because of how small the chain is. guys, this is what I have so far. I've not quite decided if I want it to lay like this or like this. But regardless, to look dope. My plan is to make this front panel be around underneath my boob, and then the two back panels for the back, and seam them together. If you see, there are some parts that might be like not firm. I don't know if I'm using the right terminology here, but I can always go back in with a darning needle to like tack this down. So I'm not worried about that at all. I don't know how to explain this, but it's like an organized mess. It looks like nothing if you if you think this is nothing, but like it is a lot to me. It's taking me a couple of hours actually because I'll be very intentional about the placement of my stitches and like what I place where. Let me give an example. So you can see that I have like a, what do I call this now? I have some stitches here, like a block of fabric, and then I have the O's here. I will link some videos down below that I think might help you with like my with the construction of this. So if you're interested, you should check those out. These were my starting chains. You can see that it's at the center of the fabric. So I'm not exactly working back and forth because if I do that, then I don't have as much control as to the placement of my stitches or my O's. So I'm working like in a square, and some part of the garment, I remember when I made the first one, I I wasn't working like in squares. I was working in like circles, and just so I can control where to place every stitch essentially. I hope this makes sense. But yeah, this is what I have so far, and I'm still on my first. Okay, guys, I have spent another 45 minutes from the last time we spoke. It doesn't look like much difference, but I've gotten to the part where I have to be intentional about how I place my stitches, just so it doesn't look like redundant or the same. And I don't want to feel bored just working like in a square. So I decided to cut my yarn. You can see here that I cut my yarn and I reattached it to form this loop. I want to play with working around this loop. I still haven't decided if I want it to lay like this or like this. I find it very difficult to make up my mind. If I want it to lay this way, I just have these bits left for the front, and then we can start working on the back. But if I have it like this, I have like a little bit more to work around. Also, I need to stretch this because I need it to fit stretched. I wish I have a dress form. This would be a lot easier if I had the dress form, but inshallah, sometime soon. Now I've cut the yarn because I want to play with more stitches and texture. So now I am considering, not considering, I know that I want to put in shell stitches and half shell stitches. Nothing is holding you in place, so you don't have to like structurally make the right stitches, just make stitches. So now here, for instance, let me give you an example. I have attached my yarn here again. I cut this one, like I said. I have attached my yarn here. I'm going to place another. This is not a treble crochet. This is like a stitch higher than the treble crochet. So I'm yarning over 3 times just to make it really long. So I have these three. I hope you guys can see that. Hold on. I have these 3 stitches that I'm just going to be slip stitching. So now when this stretches, let me show you guys properly. When this stretches, I have like this loop here, and then I have like an interesting texture going. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I hope this is helpful and you can see. But yeah, I'm going to take some time to like walk back and forth if I decide to have this like this or like this rather, just so you can grow this way. I think it looks good like this. I like this. But I'm so glad I went with this color. It's like nice and showing the stitches. Yeah. Ugh. I just thought I'll come in to update you guys. Hi guys, good morning. I hope you can hear my fan too much. I know my fan is obnoxious, but it is so hot. Like I just showered and I'm hot. Like I'm sweating already. I cannot. Yeah, no. I think it's about 30 degrees right now. Mm. So this is what I have so far. I know it looks funky. Well, the entire dress is funky, but doesn't look like anything. God, I really wish I have a dress form. I hope I get one soon. Cause like, could you imagine this like stretched and pinned on a dress form? But I'm not worrying too much because this is in my size. I worried a lot when I made the original one because I did have a dress form and I had to like constantly measure, which you have to do that if you're doing this for someone else that you're not like seeing. But because I can try this on as I go, I'm a little bit more chill. So I am my dress form. That's what I want to say. I started working on the back because I'm okay with the length for the front. It looks like this. I started working on the back piece. There's some puckering. I don't know if you can see like here, but I'm not even going to worry about it because again, we are going back in with a darning needle to like sew things in place. I forgot how much like ends I had to weave in. Like I actually forgot. That was traumatizing. And now I'm still like, can you imagine how many ends I'm going to have to weave in, even though I have just this small bit of the dress. But I'm not worrying too much about that because I will be using the ends or the strands to like sew things tighter, so it's fine. What did I do? Okay, here I like measured out where I want to put in my neck cuff. The cuff around the neck that holds the button at the back. So like I said earlier, the dress has like splits at the back, just so you can get it over your head. So once I get it to a reasonable length, I'm going to work on the second one and then seam together. I'm not worrying too much. It looks small and funky. I can grow this. That's not a problem at all. I just want to be able to put this on. So when I seam it together and like um create my arm, or I'll try it on and we'll see how it fits. Then I don't know if I want to put the cuff first. I think I will. Then we'll start working on the sleeve. So once the goal today, inshallah, I think that's ambitious because I have some other things I'm working on as well. But the goal today is to get one sleeve, one full sleeve on, and then the cuff, so I can try it. Right underneath my bust, I'm going to switch to a 3.5 millimeter, just so it's smaller. Still working on my first ball of yarn, but I think I'm going to run out soon. Oh, I know I'm going to run out soon. I started introducing the what is it called, mesh, the square mesh at the back. Might go back in later to put that in somewhere here. Okay, voice over I see here. Yeah, I was trying to figure out how long or how much I need to grow out the back pieces. So I decided to lace it up on my mannequin just to see how many inches I need to grow the back pieces by. I think I'm going to turn it around now so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Like I'm really thinking about it here. All of this just to avoid seams. That open space at the back is too wide, so I need to grow it out a bit so it fits my back. Because the way I did it, I did not put in seams. So yeah, here I'm just showing you how I am growing out the back. So I'm going to do the other side as well, and it's a lot later now. This is what the back looks like. I tried it on and it fits. Um, guys, I forgot how mentally challenging these dresses. Like I really forgot. Ugh. Even though it's like a mess, it's organized. So you have to pro tip, you have to have some patience. I'm so stressed at this point. I'm like, yeah. This is my armhole. It's wide. It's too wide than I would need, but I'll rather start off wide and gradually start to decrease the sleeve as I go. But I know that I will seam this up about 1 inch. Can you guys see? Let me bring you guys closer. I'll seam this up about an inch or to an inch and a half. Then I'll start to work one of the sleeves. See if I can complete one of the sleeves today. That's my goal. And I'm going to have to put this one on ice for like a day or two because I have some other obligations. The back, yeah, I'm going to seam up to here and leave about 5-6 inches open. I started weaving in the ends because it was starting to overwhelm me having so many ends all over. I didn't want that. So yeah, even this at the top, thick, and I am so tempted to just leave it at the top. But we're going to go with it. We're going to go with it. Hi guys, update time is like 2 a.m. and 1:45, and I do not want to look for my mic right now. I don't know where it is. So I hope this audio quality isn't too bad. I just spent the last 4 hours working on these sleeves. 4 hours, right? Yeah. And I was like, I don't remember, but I think I got to this point of the sleeve. Then this is 4 hours. I forgot how time consuming this is because the yarn is so thin and like there's no right or wrong way to go about it. Like you have to make decisions as you go. It takes a lot of time. But yeah, this is what it looks like now. I tried it on earlier and I love what it's fitting like. It looks like rubbish. But it is my organized mess dress. Bars. At 2 in the morning, I'm dropping bars. What I want to say. I need to hold off on this for a while. And the most of the coming week, I'm not going to be working on this one because I need to fulfill some commissions. So we'll see. But I like that I like that I completed the second ball again. So it's like a good place to stop. I don't know, do you guys ever feel like that? Like, oh, I'm going to stop when I run out of yarn or something. But yeah, 2 balls of yarn so far. Now I'm thinking, do I have enough? But the thing about this dress is like the more it grows, so towards the like hem of the dress, it becomes like really sheer. So the reason why I do that is because I want the top of the dress to kind of have like more structure so you can hold the girls up and essentially hold the support the dress however I can because it doesn't really have too much support. By the way, there's a tip I want to give you guys. So let's say you're walking like in circles or back and forth, try not to have like too many loose stitches like back to back. So for instance, if you are working on this row with treble crochets and the second row with treble crochets, I would say go down to like single crochets just so you can give it more structure rather than having like all trebles and then it's too flimsy. Yeah. I'm going to go and sleep now. And the next clip you see will be me working on the sleeves. This sleeve is still too short. I'm pretty sure I want one more length. So I'll just have like 5 more inches to the sleeve, then we'll work on the second sleeve. And then we'll start working on the body of the dress. Hello guys, update time. I'm starting to lose steam. I'm starting to lose steam on this piece just because I'm not being paid for it. I'm making this one for myself, so it's like, and it's a lot of work. Like, I think just this bit took me like 2 hours. I think the last time I spoke with you guys, I had this much of the sleeve of this first sleeve. So I completed the first sleeve and I started working on the second one. And now I'm thinking this as a top would slap. So once I get it to about here, like underneath my bust or around my natural waist, I think, oh, sorry about that. When I get it to my natural waist, I'm going to style it with big daddy pants just so I can give people the option of getting this as a top. So it doesn't have to be a dress. Because I think this as a top would slap. It looks really good. Like even though it's like all over the place right now, but it looks. I see the vision, and because this is in like a lighter color, I can see the stitches better. The original one I made was in black, so it kind of take away from it a little bit. But yeah, this design is fire. It's just the time you spend on it, so it's fire. I'm going to continue to work on this. I know that I hope I mentioned in the beginning of this video that it's not a tutorial because this is not a tutorial. If I was to be filming a tutorial for this, I have to like clear my schedule. Like I think I would like people to pay for it too. So it's not a tutorial. This is just like crochet with me and what else? Tips. I was going to switch to a 3.5 millimeter around here, but I'm not able to get over my bust, so I will stick with a 4.0 millimeter. I don't know why my manicure is working. I completed the sleeves the length I want. It looks like really long on this, but my arms are not this slim, so they're not going to stretch out this long on me. Around here, like the top of my pelvic bone, I'm going to switch to a 4.5 millimeter. So for my hips, like my butt area to my mid thigh, I will switch to a 5 millimeter hook. And then for my mid thighs to the hem of the dress, I'm just going to switch between 6 and 7. Maybe not 7, maybe 6.5, because I wanted to drape. Yeah, let me show you the back. This is what the back looks like now. A lot of holes here, but I might go back in later to crochet some bits, maybe here or here. Yeah, actually, I like it so far. It looks so nice. Hi guys, it's been a while since I worked on this. So many things just like happened. It's so crazy how you can like plan everything, plan your time, plan your plans, and ultimately nothing is in your control. So yeah, I think it's been about a month since I worked on this. I don't even remember what I filmed. I've not gone through that footage, but we're just going to continue. Um, I want to give you guys 2 pro tips. First, if you ever if you ever decide to make this piece as a dress that has long sleeves, you want to put in the sleeves last. Listen, when I made the original one that should be on the screen right now, I made the sleeves last. But this one, because I wanted to try it as like a top, I decided to put in the sleeves. So annoying, it gets in the way because of the construction of this design. You're like moving things around a lot, like every 2 minutes. So you have 2 long flappy sleeves that you have to move around. There was a point where I had to even tie the sleeves away, but still it was getting in the way. The second pro tip I want to give is to give yourself a break from having to um, pro tip number two, to give yourself a break from having to like move things around like the entire garment. You can make small pieces like this and seam them or seam. I'm using that word seam very loosely. I don't mean like actually seaming the pieces together. I have a couple of ways that I do that. And honestly, I don't remember doing this when I made the original design, but for the last couple of weeks I made this and I tried that method out and it helped a lot. But you have to be very smart about it because it can go sideways. You have to be very intentional about the pieces that you're making so you have like spots for it. So I would advise that if you don't have a mannequin, you try it on constantly and like take pictures so you know where what you are designing or the pieces, the smaller pieces you are making, you know where they're fitting. And I have a couple of methods that I use to attach these smaller pieces to the entire dress. I'll show you guys when it gets to that. But for this one, I'm thinking that I want it here. So if you can see, it's even getting in the way. If you can see, there's like a spot here ugh, that this can go in. So I think the best way, I've tried to pin this earlier, so I know that this is the option I'm going for. So I'm just going to pin it again. This will be a lot easier if you have a dress form, so you can just pin everything onto the dress form. I don't, so I have to pin it, and I've been poking myself. So for the love of fashion, just pin together. Again, I'm not just going to. Sorry about that. Was very loud. Hold on. I'm not just going to pin this or seam this together. I'm going to show you how I go about it. And I will not do more than 2 or 3 max smaller pieces before I like sew everything on or crochet everything on so that I'm not too far ahead and then realize that I've done something wrong or something doesn't fit. So I like what this looks like so much. I think this is it for me. While this is pinned on, I'll go and make another one that would fit here. So I can see that here I have like a diagonal shape going on. So I'll try to crochet a piece that goes that way, that fans out this way, so it fits over the bum. And I think it's going to give the bum a better shape because I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I discovered. Let me bring you guys closer. I hope you guys can see this. But I rediscovered these bubble stitches. I don't know if that's what it's called. I never know the names of any of these stitches. But these bubble stitches, and oh my god, oh, I love it. So I put it in the last commission I made. By the way, that commission, yeah, I was thinking about making this design into a 2-piece set. And then I'm not even kidding. I think the following week someone commissioned it and I was like, manifestation. I just manifested that. I'm so excited. I made I'm saying a lot. I made this for the commission, but it's too small. So now I'm even thinking I'm going to like make this again another make these distress stitches or design and make the skirt a bit longer. So I'm going to be doing a lot with this design. I think I'm going to make this design one of my brand identifiers. So yeah, I'm excited to see where this design takes me. I have so many ideas that are going to be coming out next year, inshallah.